Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of HermitPack from the HermitCraft server. Let's put on night vision, shall we? Hope everybody are doing fantastic. Fan-a-freaking-tastic. We're recording back-to-back, or I'm doing back-to-back. That's not entirely true. I'll tell you in a second what happened. What? PLATAU yoit. Okay, that's cool. I'll tell you in a second what happened. But I haven't seen your feedback from the last episode yet, because if you guys remember, I'm out traveling by the time you're looking at this. Happy travels, Scalda. Thanks, man. Thanks for saying so. Now, guys, as we know, YouTube is still kind of weird and it's changed things. So if you do like this video, don't forget afterwards, don't forget to hit the like button, all right? Thank you so much. Anyway, it's the time of the year again where I get to go and get some quartz. I don't think there's any way in the pack to actually produce this stuff. If you know, then let me know. There may be some sneaky thing, like does a mob maybe carry a quartz? I don't know. Ooh, that actually just gave me an idea. I don't think you can spawn exact copies though. You used to be able to. Oh yeah, I see you, fool. Get wrecked. You used to be able to in Minecraft modded 1.7 when you were still playing with MFR, you used to be able to use the auto spawner from them, capture a zombie, give him a quartz block, and then spawn exact copies true. That would spawn a zombie with a quartz that he dropped every time he died. You could produce anything like that if you were clever and smart. But anyway, we'll have to do some manual stuff. I have some plans for today. We're gonna head out to the new area, and there was a lot of confusion in the episode that was called So Freaking Gorgeous, episode 27, I think that was. There was some confusion. Some people were saying, oh no, he's building he's doing what he did in SS3, abandoning his factory. That's not what I freaking said, fools. I said this is going to be my magical base. Don't you watch the video? Crazy fool. Alright, so I've got my quartz. Now here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you what's happened. The server has been down all day. I logged on. So after I finished the last episode, I rendered it. Then I logged on. I was gonna be playing here all day and having fun and stuff and setting up because I only have today. Then I go on my trip. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I log on and the server crashed. Okay, Xisuma is on and he gets kicked and the server gets crashed. And apparently... Freaking Blaze Jr., if you guys remember, we named the factory owner, the manager, the floor manager for this place that we... Oh wow, this is so gorgeous, by the way. Holy crap. Anyway, the guy managing this floor is Blaze. He's nowhere to be seen. He's freaking gone. Well, he hasn't actually been born yet, but... and no one else knows that, you know. But it turns out that the steel machine, this thing here, is too overpowered for the server. For some reason, this thing here managed to crash the server. Is what we think. I'm still not sure, but that's what we think. So what I had to do was I had to download the world to my computer. Took me like 1 hour because it's huge. I had to load it up in MC Edit and then select my base and delete all entities and items. Yep, and then I had to upload it again, and then it worked, luckily. But that costed me like 3.5 hours today, so that sucks. But anyway, hopefully we have enough time to do what I want to do today. So I just want to show you this. In order to protect me from this in the future, I've installed an online detector here that detects if I'm online. And if I'm online, this torch here is off. Overriding this side here, this is Blaze's input. So if this is currently on, this redstone here means that this torch is off. This Blaze has turned it on using the switch that we installed, right? And if I'm not online and supervising things, it will shut off. So I'll just show you that. If I'm not online, boom, machine shuts off. So this here is essentially an AND gate. But that shouldn't have been necessary because the FTB chunk loader thing that we're using, if you guys remember, this thing here where we're claiming our chunks is not supposed to load chunks unless you're online. But for some freaking reason, we managed to break that as well. It could also be over here because my mob spawner was on when I logged on and this thing was on. And if you remember, I complained that there was a lot of slime spawning in here. Oh crap, I used the wrong pickaxe. I found the reason for that. I don't know if someone mentioned it in the comments, but I don't think so. I didn't see anything, but I found the reason. Scalda actually helped me find it, our server admin. We were using this hole, this mattock, and it has slimy, which means that it spawns slime. That gave me an idea for a slime farm further down the line. But yeah, I basically had to make a new mattock in here. This thing here, which is Infinite 2.0, it doesn't have slime, it's just made out of paper, freaking paper. And now we shouldn't see slime there. So that could also have been the issue, because I wouldn't have taken care of the slimes spawning. But anyway, hopefully now everything will work. I'm going to install another AND gate. Before we do anything else, actually, I'm going to install another AND gate on my mob spawner up there. So there we go. Hopefully we fixed everything now, because I don't want to break this server again. I really don't want to break this server. It's very annoying. All right, so now to the fun. Now we're going to go out to the new area. This is why I needed quartz. I needed these destruction cores, and I made, oh wow, I did a full stack. I want to craft a network transmitter and a network receiver. And we've used these before. I have one installed over here. This here is the network receiver, I believe. We also need network card. Yeah, I think it's this thing that we need. Oh, that's not a crafting terminal. Let's go up to this room here. Network card. Okay, we're gonna need one of those. And I don't know if this will work, because this may drain too much power, but what I want to try and do is to access our system from the new place, right? That will make it so much easier to build. So let's try this. A network transmitter, I'll plop it down there, and then I think, yeah, then we need to go over there and use this new network card. It's so freaking gorgeous out here. I'm so excited to get started with this project. Okay, so let's try this out. So let's plop down our network receiver, and then I believe we just right click here, boom. And that would, yeah, look at that. That will set it to certain coordinates. Oh my goodness. This, I also did a crafting grid. This is going to drain so much power. I don't even know if this is gonna work, but we have to at least give it a chance, right? Or give it a try. If it doesn't work, I'm not really sure what to do. If we have to create like 2 storage rooms, that would suck. Okay, so let's plop this in here. Okay, 7,375 blocks. Holy crap. Okay, let's have a look at our power situation. Are we fine? That looks pretty good. That looks promising. Okay, let's actually right click on the controller, because I think that will tell us. Hold on. Wait, where's my freaking, there it is. Okay, 2 network transmitters. Yeah, it uses 1,400. That's not bad. Are you sure about that, system? Yeah, okay, so this it costs 1,000 RF per tick for 7,000. That's not, we can handle that with our power situation. I'm happy about that. Okay, let's just make sure that it works as well. That's not terrible. I think with Applied and Logistics, it was way worse. But yeah, look at this. Is brilliant. Look at that. We have access to the stuff. Perfect. Okay. All right. So the first thing I want to do here today is fix the mount. I brought a lot of stone. Okay, and we're gonna bring the freaking, there we go, the rod of shifting crust. I don't know why that sounds funny to me, but it sounds weird, man. And we're gonna go around and take away all of, like, the coal is not that bad, but what I can't stand when I look at Minecraft generation is diorite, granite in vanilla, and in modded, all of the other extras. You guys know, you guys smart, you guys know that I like mixing textures and making things look worn down and gorgeous, but things like small patches like this, whew, takes away the will to do anything. Plus, it's very satisfying. You know what? This alabaster, I think this is alabaster, and anyway, yeah, this alabaster may actually work to use in, like, well, if we would have kept the snow here, this could actually work as kind of like a snow block. Although Minecraft already has snow in it. Yeah, so take a look at this. The satisfaction level Look at this mountain down there. The satisfaction level from doing this, unfreaking believable. I'm gonna leave the andesite, but I'm even gonna pull out the gravel, just because I think that gives us a bit. Maybe we'll even take away the dirt in places, like when it's on the side of the mountain like this, and then we'll come afterwards. We'll come and go over it and add texturization and stuff like that. But that is satisfying already. Whew. Okay, so once HermitPack updates to 1.5, so we're in 1.4 at the moment. Once it updates to 1.5, if you guys remember, I said this 2 episodes ago, we're gonna get a new mod called the Biome Painter. And I believe today, you're watching this like 2 or 3 days before it's posted, but I believe today, by the recording day, oh, that may have been too much grass, actually. By the recording day, I think we pushed 1.5 to FTB for approval. So that's how FTB has to approve it. They have to, like, say, yeah, well, this looks good. We know everything. And then they post it, right? But I think that happened today, which means that when I come back, we will have this new Biome Painter mod, which I'm super excited about. And then I plan to change the biome in this place to something else. And that's simply because I don't like the foliage color of this green, weird, bluish grass. So help me decide down below, because I will be reading the comments before I record the next episode here. So help me decide down below, what biome should our magical base be? I'm gonna stick my tongue out and say we've done maybe Mushroom Island or jungle. That will give us a very greenish grass. But I've done that so much in my... I'm thinking maybe I'll just go forest. That's what I'm talking about. It's all stone. It's a little bit straight up there, but don't worry. We'll still do terraforming and stuff. I just want to get rid of all that stupid... Oh my goodness, what is that? And what is... I've been slacking down here. Oh crap, I don't have any more stone on me. Okay, doesn't matter. I'll fix that in a minute. Now, let's discuss a little bit about the build style here. Usually what I do is I'll create a block palette. But to be completely honest with you, I don't really know yet what I want to do with this place. I have an idea, okay? I have an idea, and I'll see if you guys like it. There is a block from in the cobblestone. Yeah, this one here. Okay, and we'll also grab the cracked version of this, and we'll use regular cobblestone, and I wonder if andesite works with this. Can you chisel andesite? I think you can. Oh, yes, okay. Oh, it's the same as cobblestone. That's it. Okay, that's very interesting. Let's have a look at this. Boom, boom, and that's pretty cool. I like that. So if you bury the andesite blocks in this cobblestone, it's gonna more or less disappear and just give a little bit of a different tint. Yeah, baby. Okay, I like that. Well, let's keep that. Let's grab some more andesite. And there was something else there as well. It's the same as cobblestone. Maybe the... You know what? This thing, though, it looks kind of futuristic, but it could work. Okay, let's grab that as well. So I guess we are doing a little bit of a block palette. Me, stupid idiot, saying that we weren't doing a block palette. By the way, someone said that I was imitating someone saying stupid idiot. And then I asked, who is that guy? And the reply to that comment was, Google it, dude. I thought that was hilarious. Anyway. If I'm imitating someone, I'm sorry, dude, who I'm imitating, but I'm probably just in love with you. Must be the case. Okay, so here's my plan. I think I said this when we found this place, but I'm kind of seeing platforms. Let's grab this for now. I'm kind of seeing platforms and maybe a village. Not a stupid Minecraft village, but a beautiful village. So let's just try something here. If we were to have a wall, or a platform up here, we would put it at maybe this level. I think that could look cool. So we'll have one there, and let's take this stupid tree away as well, because it's getting very frustrating. Airy, get the stupid tree away. Thank you. There we go. Okay. Yeah, something like that Wow, that looks a little bit weird, but I think that's fine. We'll have one platform like that, and then we'll fill in the center with some ground block. That will allow us to create different like layers, I suppose. So we could have another one up here. And I'm sorry guys, this may not make any freaking sense at the moment, but I got a picture in my head. I got a picture in my head that I'm trying to put onto paper here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we're starting to see things. So immediately when we will start and bring this down, hold on, check this out. We'll bring this down here. What will happen is from a distance, you will clearly be able to tell what's man-made and what's mountain, right? And since they are so close in color, it's not gonna like hurt your eyes. You know when you sometimes see something in Minecraft and you can just tell immediately, you can just say, hey, that's freaking ugly. Scalda didn't build that. That's ugly. No, I'm just kidding. I built a lot of ugly stuff as well. But yeah, look at that. And then what we can do is we can go over and we can of course exchange some of these for like cobblestone and use all of these other blocks that I picked out. Ooh, that's a great transition block. Holy crap, that is beautiful. Yeah, baby. Okay, maybe an andesite goes in here. Yes. Now we're talking. Now we're seeing things. I hope that you guys are following me here. Hold on, let's just do that. Okay. Yeah, that is fantastic. And then we'll have one platform there, one there. I'm thinking wherever we like populate this mountain, we're gonna have platforms and stairs connecting them together. So maybe, just to give you an example, maybe we'll have to have another platform right here. Oops, that is the wrong block. Wow, I used this cobblestone stuff so quickly. Hold on. There used to be a block in cobblestone also in chisel that was much... Oh, crap, that's the wrong one. There used to be a cobblestone chisel that was much prettier than this one, but unfortunately, they've redone chisel and taken some of the blocks away. I used it in an old, I can't even remember. I think it was called Moonlight Vanilla Plus like a few years ago. I built like a nature Botania thing that was really pretty. Okay, hello Minecraft? There we go, Minecraft's back. Yeah, so you see what I'm kind of thinking here. Then what we do is we take and add on some support pillars, and I'm thinking that dark oak logs will work good. Let's just see, do something like that. Okay, and then we'll do another one here. And I'm not trying to build a freaking castle. I realize that this may look like a castle. If it turns too much castly, I will change it. So I may have got a little bit carried away. Check this out. And again, we're not creating a castle. Even though I will agree, it kind of starts to look like a stronghold of some sort. Maybe it's a strong. I don't freaking know. But check this out. We got a platform down here. I've mixed up the textures, right? I think this is beautiful. The mixture of this broken brick or whatever it is, the bricks, and then on the top I have some kind of paved cobblestone thing. I put some grass down. Now, again, I freaking personally hate this grass color. I did up here because I did another platform, one there and one here. I did just try for the sake of getting a feel, this vivid grass. I think this is, yeah, the vivid grass from Botania. We could use this grass and not change the biome, but I don't want the snow here. I don't want it to snow, so we're gonna change the freaking biome anyway. But yeah, I have so much plans when I can have this biome painter in this pack to make the grass color interesting. So for now, just skip that. I also skipped the dark oak, and I think it's better without it, to be honest. Maybe we'll go around, because now comes the detail level. Actually, before I do that, I'll show you up here. I built another platform up here. The grass is still spreading. But I really like how the contrast between this and the mountain stone is. And we talked about that in the last cutscene. I think it looks gorgeous. I really like it. And I'm not sure if we want to build like buildings on top of here, or if these are like open balconies things. We'll see what comes to us. But now we're gonna take this to the next level as well. Let's go ahead and try something very simple here. What if we what if we have cracks? You guys know me. I like my cracks, right? What if we have cracks in the wall at places? Not too much, but just a little bit. Actually, you know what? Let's craft up some cobblestone. This is kind of the same as we do with scalification or scalliumification. Scalliumification. I'm an idiot. That's wrong. We can't do that. We need. Oh yeah. I did make some of these. Hold on. Can we? Let's grab this thing here, and let's. I'm holding down Shift. That's how you do the slabs from Chisel and Bits. Yeah, things like that. I really like that. That kind of gives you, as a viewer, not a YouTube viewer, but as a person that sees this kingdom, it gives you a different depth feeling. And I talk about this a lot, but it's very important. Your eyes are immediately gonna seek these two positions right now. You see it? I'm not just crazy. I do have some kind of smartness in me, I suppose. And what that does is that it makes everything feels grander. At least for me, I don't know. At least for me, that's how it works. Okay, so another thing I want to do is we want to make this naturist. So I'm thinking we'll have leaves. And you guys that have been following me for a while, you know what we can do with leaves. Leaves are absolutely gorgeous. Because they also provide a depth to Minecraft, they will immediately, only when placed like that, super simply, they will immediately give us a different level for the eyes to look at. Okay, so we could even do things like this where it kind of wraps over the railing. This stupid elytra thing is driving me crazy. Okay, let's grab you and punch you out and do that. Okay. Okay, yeah, I like it. I don't know if we want to go super overgrown. Let's try maybe a few on the floor here as well. And just see what that does. As you can see, in places I've installed mossy cobblestone, which I, by the way, think are gorgeous in Chisel. Yeah, we could definitely do it on the floor as well. And now when I look at the grass color, it ain't terrible all of a sudden. It kind of works, but yeah, I'm still gonna change it. Don't worry. Do things like that. Oh, that's cool. I really like that. Another thing that we could do is include water features. Let's see if we have... I think we taught the system even how to craft water, but let's grab these and maybe we'll punch a hole maybe over here. Yeah, it doesn't really matter where we do this, just for tests, and then have something just pouring down there. Yeah, look at that. It's looking like a lush garden, or it's starting to look like a lush garden. And I love this little basin that we have down here. This is gorgeous. Now this is what I'm talking about. As I said, I used paved stones here, so I have a slabbed line, which I think is really important. If you don't have that, it looks very like odd and it just looks garbage. So let's not do that. I think when you have Chisel and Bits in the pack, one important thing that I've learned over these few months that I played with Chisel and Bits and played this mod pack is you don't always want to get limited to using Chisel and Bits. Like, obviously you can make pretty much everything look better with Chisel and Bits, but I think it's important to not get stuck with it, because you guys know, again, we talked about this before, but some builds in Minecraft are beautiful because of the scale. And this is one of those builds that I want to be beautiful because of the scale. We could use Chisel and Bits for small detail works, but we want to be a little bit careful. One good example of a build that is always going to be gorgeous is when a good map maker makes a map, for example, on Hypixel. A lot of their maps where you play survival games or whatever it's called, the Hunger Games thing. I freaking suck at Hunger Games. I played it the other day, just a side story. I played it the other day, just for fun. I log on to Hypixel every now and then, and I play. I'm so freaking bad. It's crazy. I don't know, people always seem to gang up on me as well. It's really bad. But yeah, I log on mostly to see the maps because I think they're beautiful. It's a big inspiration for me. But they are almost always gorgeous because of the scale. There's not a lot of detail normally that goes into like small tiny little corners and stuff. And that's just a little tip for me. But look at that! Holy crap! Them leaves are doing so much. Hold on, let's just try and place it right there. Okay, I want to see what it looks like. Do I have more oak leaves, please? Okay, I have a little bit. We need to create a leaf farm maybe as well. Let's just place a little bit here. Like that. Stupid thing. Come back to me with that silk touch pickaxe leaves. Okay, and a little bit like that. Oh, yeah, baby. Okay, let's one more here. Running down the side and growing like that. That's a vine farm that I created there with Torcherino. Just because I needed the most. Yeah, look at that. Holy crap. Oh, and we missed this stage. Ladies, gentlemen, that there is gorgeous. Wow, it's really, really good. Okay. One thing that we still have to figure out is how we get from one platform to another. I believe that many of these platforms will benefit from having the staircases in depths or hidden within them. So we would punch, like, maybe we'll have an entrance down here. We'll take this pile of dirt, pile of garbage away and have like an entrance. Is there anywhere we can do that where it makes sense? I suppose here. Yeah, let's just try that real quick. Yeah, maybe that is a little bit too simple, but you see the idea that I'm having. And I think we'd have to take that away and like make this wall come all the way down here if we want to use that. I've also used some smooth stone actually mixed in places, which I think works. But yeah, we could have doorways like that, and we would need to mark them out. That actually looked pretty bad, but you get the idea, I think. Holy crap, look at this. Is just one mountain as well. Now I'm planning in the future, put on night vision, but I'm planning to make a bridge here. Where was it that I saw a perfect yeah, I think it's right here actually. I was planning to make like a bridge. We can make a hanging bridge that goes over to this, and maybe we have a platform that wraps around the side of this mountain. This place, when I said to you, if you remember, I said this place is absolutely gorgeous. I freaking meant it. I'm so excited, and of course we're gonna do some modded stuff as well, like do Botania things, but I always enjoy a good building session. But anyway, that's all I have time for today. So we're gonna have to call the episode because I had to spend, as I said earlier, 3.5 hours on fixing the world. That's all I have time for today. But everything in regards to that seems good. Actually, saying that, let's head back. Let's head back and make sure that our base hasn't clogged up. What I want to see down here, yeah, what I want to see is that Blaze is taking care of business. Okay, so this thing is still going, but we're out of wood. Oh, I see. Okay, I see what's happened. Because my biofarm, right, wasn't enabled, I don't think. We've used like 20 or 16,000 oak logs. Yeah, look at that. I had like 16,000 oak logs before I started this episode. Okay, so we have to... Oh, jeez. Okay, how much steel do we have? 39,000. That's pretty crazy. That is ridiculously amount of steel. I'm gonna switch... Blaze? That's enough steel for now, dude. I'm gonna switch this thing off, okay? You'll be sleeping for a while. We should not have night vision in here. It makes the room look so boring. Yeah, there we go. There's charcoal again being produced. Okay. But anyway, as I said, unfortunately, that's all I have time for today. I hope you're excited now for the new place. And for those of you who are factory people, come on now, bro. We ain't gonna leave this place. You think I'm crazy? You think I'm crazy? I love it here. But we need a different place for the nature, for the mod-based, for the nature-based mods. That's all. Have a fantastic evening, and hey, you remember that you promised yourself in the beginning of the video that you wouldn't forget to like it because Iskal said that you need to like the video to support me and stuff. Yeah, now is the time to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Thanks for watching, have a fantastic evening, and I'll see you in the next episode.